So this is going to be an additional homework video problem. I did 3 so far. I'm doing a 4th one. The reason I'm doing a 4th one is because I want to do this problem using the diamond method, and I use the trial and error method for all of my other homework problems. And I had a request from a student to use this particular method. So thanks, Brianna. And I'm going to do this particular problem using the diamond method. So if you want to use this method and you're not sure exactly how to proceed, I have part 3 of my video lesson 9.7. That's done in diamond, and this particular problem is going to be done with the diamond method too. So with the diamond method, the way you always start is you start off with an X. And you fill this X with 4 numbers. One goes here, one goes here, one goes here, one goes here. You start off with the easiest one, and that's the bottom number. The bottom number is whatever is the coefficient of the middle term. In this case, the coefficient is a -1. It's hidden, but there's a 1 in front of that S, and it's a negative, so -1. The top number is a product of the first 2 coefficients. So 6 times -5 yields us the top number. And that's going to be a -30. The side numbers are a pair of numbers that will add up to -1. At the same time, they will multiply to -30. There are a lot of combinations for 30, but 6 and 5 I think is going to be the golden ticket for this particular problem. If your 6 is negative and the 5 is positive, then if you combine -6 and a +5, you'll get -1. If you multiply these two, you'll get -30. Alright, so great, terrific. So what do we do next? Well, we split the middle term of the original trinomial into 2 terms. So we create a fake quadnomial, so to speak. And the way we split it is we use the new coefficients, the ones in green, the left and the right of the diamond. So the first term remains the same, 6s squared. The middle term is no longer going to be a -s. I'm going to split it into 2 terms, into a -6s and a +5s minus 5. Now, mathematically, this right here is the same as a -s. I mean, -6s and +5s, if you were to simplify this, you would get a -s out of that. So the split doesn't change the actual problem. We're just rewriting it. Technically, we're making it more complicated. Next step, now that you have 4 terms, you separate the terms in pairs. The first 2 go together. The next 2 go together. So I'm going to make 2 parentheses. They're not being multiplied, so I'm going to give them some space. And I want to write out 6x squared minus 6s in the first one, and 5s minus 5 in the second one. So literally, these 2 went here, these 2 went here. Then I'm going to factor them out. I'm going to factor out each parenthesis and see what they have in common. And there's a plus in between there. Yeah. So over here, I can factor out a 6s. Over here, I can factor out a 5. So what's left inside here? S minus 1. What's left inside here? S minus 1. Perfect. I want the parentheses to actually be identical. That's one of the requirements. If you can't get them identical, typically the only thing that goes wrong is the signs in one are reverse. You can always factor out a negative or the one that doesn't match. So for example, if I had a -s plus 1 here, I could have factored out a negative, so the sign would switch into a negative, but it would turn them alike. So in this case, I don't have to do anything because they're the same to begin with, but I'm just saying if it wasn't, for example, on the video lesson part 3 problem, it wasn't the case and I had to switch my sign. So then you make a brand new parenthesis out of your GCFs, your factored out numbers. So the new parenthesis is going to be, and now they're actually going to be next to each other. Now they're being multiplied. So the first one is going to be 6 plus 5. And the next parenthesis is going to contain one of these 2. Doesn't matter which one, they're identical. s minus 1. So that is it. You're done. Oops, my bad. We factored out a 6s here. Not just a 6, it's a 6s. Haha, small mistake. I just looked at it and I'm like, if I were to FOIL this, 6 times s is not 6x squared. Now it works. I'm tired. So that's the final answer. So now I've done 4 of the 6 homework problems for you, so hopefully you can finish off the other 2. If you have any other questions, just ask me in class. Thank you very much. I'll see you back there.